Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Danbury, Connecticut. We are going over to Ninja Mania for the World Ninja League head-to-head championships, the first ever. And we've got two incredible lanes of obstacles set up by the one and only Ryan Tanner, who has gone over more than 10 versions of this course to ensure that this is absolutely perfect for our athletes. And so far, I would say he has passed with flying colors. These courses and these races have been so intense, so back and forth, and most importantly, super entertaining to watch. I am Ken Casillas alongside Jackson Erdos, and today we're going to be seeing our young adult male division competing in Ninja Mania for the title of head-to-head champion. Our athletes have qualified from one of these 6 regions. There were 2 regionals per region for a total of 12 opportunities to qualify for this event. And now we have 11 incredible athletes ready to take on this tournament. This tournament will follow a double elimination bracket where all of our athletes will start in the winner's bracket. If an athlete loses a match, they drop down to the comeback bracket instead of being eliminated. They're only eliminated after a second loss in the comeback bracket. Now, the last remaining athlete in the comeback bracket will face the winner's bracket champion in the final round. And if the comeback bracket champion wins that matchup, we will have a sudden death winner-take-all tiebreaker race to determine who will be head-to-head champion. Now, we've got some insane obstacles that our athletes have all been briefed on. Jackson, any thoughts here on what are some of the crux points of this course that maybe will be the separator between our athletes as they go head-to-head?
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot of separation on this course, especially with the cliffhangers and the turbo rollers, because I just know that a lot of people are going to be trying to send links on the different cliff moves, and it's all about the angling of your hands. And I just know we're going to see a lot of different hip
All right, we're
movements,
getting started
which
in
could lead to some
5
people taking the
minutes.
win,
We
but it could
have
lead to some
2
people's
boat runs
demise.
in this round.
Now, you
Our
mentioning
first
the
boat
turbo
run will
rollers,
have
they had
Nathan
such a
and
high
Cooper
presence
on
at
the
the World
boat.
Championships, and you are
Then
one
we'll
of the few
have
athletes to
JJ on
conquer that
boat 2.
obstacle. What
Following that,
is
we'll
the
jump into
optimal
our
strategy
first
for
race
something so
between
deadly?
Steven and Jack.
Yeah, the biggest strategy is just not having a strategy, I would say, because you don't really know what to expect till you start running across them. I know all of them are modified so they can spin differently, and the biggest thing is that you got to keep your feet in the middle, because if your foot is even 1 inch just off to the wrong spot, you're gonna spin completely out of control. Hopefully, it won't take as many people out as it did at the World Championship, but yeah, I guess we'll see. It's a super hard obstacle.
Well, thankfully, if our athletes fall, we will be using a challenge course format. 2 retries per course, 1 per obstacle. You're not going to want to fall on the same obstacle twice or fall on 3 different obstacles, as that will end your run. But there is some wiggle room, a little bit of margin for error. Of course, as we get further into the competition, we're going to have to see that cleaned up if they want any chance of winning. But taking a look at our roster here, we are going to have a ghost run from our first seed, Jeffrey Black, JJ Black, coming out of Dexterity. He'll be running
Yeah,
by
JJ
himself
is
due
an
to the odd number of competitors.
Yeah, JJ, an
Sorry,
absolute
you
animal on
know
the
him quite
course.
well.
Yeah, no worries. A good friend of mine. He is such a beast. Every time I go to a competition to coach one of my athletes in the young adult division, I'm always super intimidated just watching him on the course. Coached by my own coach, Matt Bradley, and yeah, super good guy, super good athlete. Really excited to see him take on this course.
That's right. And our second and third seed are actually 2 teammates of mine. Nathan Hone out of Level Up. His father Chad owns the gym. They train pretty heavily. I know Nathan's got a lot of specialty in power, and he's been really cleaning up his links. So I'm very excited to see him tear up these cliffhangers. Cooper Hall as well. Cooper also coming out of Level Up. Our third seed today. He is speed personified. I'm super excited. On the shorter side of this division, but he never really lets that stop him. He puts up a lot of crazy speed records back home, and I think we're going to see something special out of those 2 today. Maybe it's a little bit of the bias talking, but I have faith.
Yeah, talking about speed, I want to take a look at Nicholas Menzorio over here. An absolute animal on the course. He was at Premier Series, and I remember getting to coach him. Got all the way to that challenge course clear at the Premier Series championship, and just his main thing is speed. I know that. I train with him sometimes, and going into a head-to-head format like this, I know he's going to be someone to look out for.
Now, these Northeast and New England Ninjas are absolute menaces on the course, but you can never count out anyone from any other part of the world, especially Jack Magnuson from Texas. Recognize him from the Premier Series as well. Performing very well. His technique and his ability to remain calm under pressure is super impressive, and I think as this competition furthers, we're going to see a lot more intense matchups, and I think Jack's got the mental game to really stay calm and consistent, which could take him very far.
Yeah, you can see 6 foot and a 6 foot wingspan. He is going to be able to reach as many things as he can, which is really important on a course like this because some people might not have the jump advantage or the reach advantage, but Jack might be able just to power through that a little more because of his size.
I think that's especially prominent at the obstacle on screen, just behind Jack's photo here. The monkey pegs, these ascending monkey bars into an unstable bridge slanted down. You know, we've seen a lot of big skips on that obstacle, but his wingspan will definitely come into play there. With that said, our athletes will be facing, once again, a double elimination bracket. Let's see if we can get that bracket up. Taking a look here. We are going to have 3 ghost runs. So JJ's going to run by himself, Nathan's going to run by himself, and Cooper will run by himself as our top 3 seeded athletes today. This is to ensure that all of our athletes are going to have an equal amount of runs. We don't want JJ's first run to be someone else's second run. Gives an advantage and a disadvantage to different athletes. So we are going to be seeing 3 matchups prior to the official first round to see who's going to face off against JJ, Nathan, and Cooper respectively.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see some of these ghost runs because I know if I was in their shoes, I would just try and absolutely gun it because you don't really have anything to lose necessarily, and you can try and figure out all the fastest ways to do each obstacle. So I'm sure we're going to see JJ, Nathan, and Cooper all just absolutely send it on some of these obstacles.
Which is really, really good, as you were saying. Although I will say, we saw in the adult division, we had a ghost run where one athlete didn't clear the course and, you know, they didn't get to try the last few obstacles. How do you think that can affect an athlete going forward?
It's definitely a little bit of a mental shift for sure because you might go into the course before your run thinking that, oh, you can do all these obstacles, but then maybe you're not sure how
We are
fast to
ready
push
to
the pace on
begin.
your
So we're
second
gonna
run
start
now
off with our first
because
couple
of
ghost
some of those
runs.
slip ups in the
As
ghost
we
run. So
say,
that's
in the
definitely a
red,
good point.
Cooper in
So
the
I'm
blue
curious to see
lane.
what athletes in the ghost runs will try
One
and
more
book
ghost
it to
run
their
with
best ability
JJ.
or maybe
And we'll
take a
get
little
into
bit of
our
just a
first
slow approach
matchup
to
with
feel everything
Nathan
out.
and Jack.
Well, by the sound of it, we are going to be starting off. I believe JJ is going to come up for his ghost run first. We can see the sideline being cleared. So with that, oh, just a reminder for everyone here, we have 2 lanes. The red lane is on the right side of your screen. You'll be able to identify that by the agility obstacles being red. The blue lane will have the agility obstacles as blue, and they will be on the left side of your screen for my friends who are unable to see the colors red and blue. And it looks like Nathan is up at the starting line with Cooper for their ghost runs. They're doing it together. Nathan wrote a bio he wanted me to read through. Something very important to know about me is that I strive to not break my finger using a medicine ball. Low blow, Nathan. Totally didn't do that during Christmas. I have always loved being able to study the quantum altitude of the genetically enhanced placements of each individual muscles in my body. What? You can find me on the side of the road next to an elephant or under a bridge in Alaska. My favorite candy is cheese, and I really look up to the famous singer Albert Einstein. Here's some real things to know about me. He can do a 16-foot warped wall, a 14-foot lache, and he loves to play drums and chill with friends, and he likes Chick-fil-A. That much I know is true. Nathan, curse you for making me say that. Meanwhile, Nathan and Cooper have been tearing up the course.
Yeah, we saw both of them have a little bit of a slip up on the cliffhangers, but then able to put it together. Ooh, and a fall at the very end on that PDC.
Close one there. 49.8, feeling out the course. Cooper a little bit of a
JJ on the ghost run,
pose at
and
the
then
end
we'll
there,
jump into the
just kind of laughing at himself.
qualification in the red lane and Jack in the blue lane.
All right, there's JJ up at the red lane right now.
Taking his ghost run. I'm really excited to see how he moves through these obstacles. I'm sure he's going to try and link as much as he can. All right, moving through on those monkey pegs. Super big statics. Going to pop right to that dismount.
Ooh, kind of
Yeah,
floated
you can
into
see
that
a
second
little
disc
hip
there.
hop technique. Yeah. Was able to shoot through it right away on that first one.
Looking super calm. Nice leap out. We've been seeing athletes try that from as early as the preteen division. JJ's actually the first one to get that move.
Yeah, really interesting to see how that's going to play out in later runs because you could see he had a little bit of a slip up with his backswing, so he had to take an extra swing. So I wonder if that's going to be faster.
Well, JJ's
Gets
going
the
to
clear.
end that off with, I believe, 40 seconds or less. I believe that's sub 40.
Hayden in the red, Jack in the blue. Following this race will be Nicholas
All
and
right.
Quinn.
So, Hayden Hadlock will be in the red lane, racing Jack Magnuson in the blue lane. The winner of this race will go on to race JJ in the first official round of the winner's bracket.
Definitely an exciting race. We talked about Jack before the run started with that big wingspan, but Hayden might be able to pull it together in the red lane.
Hayden, coming out of Adrenaline Monkey, says he enjoys swimming, coaching other kids in Ninja, and riding four-wheelers. Well, he's got the pedal to the metal right now, taking that early lead. Quick pops, but wow, Jack really powering through.
Able to close the gap on that one.
Lead.
Big pullback to that dismount. Jack might be pulling away
Nice
here.
leap as
He
well.
did the link. Pops to that second cliffhanger panel.
But even then, Hayden linking his way through the cliffs as well. He's a full obstacle behind Jack right now, who took a little stumble, but he's all right. Coming into the final obstacle. Now the PVC
Taking
at
that
the
extra
very
backswing
end.
to secure the move. And gets the buzzer.
Nicely done. Jack's
And you know Hayden wants that clear as well.
50.1 seconds. Ooh, a little foot tap there at the end, but Hayden's going to hit the buzzer at 58 seconds.
Up next, we have Nicholas.
Yeah, you can
What a
see
skip there from
on that
Jack.
run,
Quinn in the blue lane.
able to link off of the jump as well, while JJ in his first run took that backswing. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go when they're match up together. All right,
Now we're going
next
to
up,
see another matchup here.
Two next level athletes. We got Nicholas Benzorio and Quinn Mitchell, both super strong athletes. I'm sure they're going to be gunning to see who's going to take home the win on this one. Both probably really good friends, but should be a good race.
And it's worth noting that the winner will be racing Nathan Hone in the... Actually, I'm not quite sure if this is a matchup to seed that, but Nick, either way, quick pops through on the red lane. He's out ahead early.
Sporting those Athleticos pants. Very good ninja brand of clothing.
Ooh!
But takes the
Little
fall
whiff there
on
on
the
the
edge
cliffs.
of dreams. Yeah, very interesting to see
But
who
it
uses
seems-
the back sides of the cliffs and who uses the front side. It's definitely different ways to link it for sure.
Well, perhaps a little more comfortable. I know I'd feel more comfortable grabbing the backside. It's almost as if it's a sideways board at that point. Makes it
Yeah,
feel a
for
little
sure.
more natural. Quinn, though, on the edge of dreams as Nick dismounts his way to the buzzer. 50.3 seconds, just 0.2 behind Jack Magnuson's time. We're going to see a very competitive field here today, Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. You could see in so many of these divisions today, they came down to less than a second, and every single second matters on these obstacles. So it's going to be about whether you set your hips back, whether you set your hips forward. Every single finger placement is what we're going to have to look out for this today.
Up next, we have Sam in the red lane and Ben in the blue lane.
Let's go, Ben.
Following this race is Braden and Bryce.
All right, in the red lane, we're going to have Sam Pothier on the course, along with Ben Colvin. I feel bad if I were to mispronounce someone's name, so I'm just gonna not try.
I think it's Ben Berliner Colvin, and both are moving pretty well. Sam's bio says that he loves cliffhangers, so we'll see if that'll pay off on the Edge of Dreams, but he's got to get there first. He's got an early lead, but both stumbled on
Both
that
taking a
disc.
fall.
You got it, Ben.
Waiting
Go,
for the
go,
reset. All right, and they're moving. Sam puts it back together, but they're within half a swing of
Neck
each other
and
here,
neck.
Jackson.
Yeah, Ben. Keep
It's going to be about how fast they pull through these.
Nice moves by Sam. He's got the early lead now. Coming into the obstacle he says he loves. Nice
Yeah.
pops through. Good links. Gonna take the backswing though.
Taking the backswing to secure it. Sam, a great athlete. One thing I know about him is he loves roller coasters, so sliding down that ring slider must have been pretty nostalgic for him.
And Ben,
Gonna go
not
onto
too
that
far
rope.
behind, but I think as long as Sam connects this move, he's there. Easy buzzer
Able to get
for
the
him,
link at the very end
104.
of it.
You can hear him as well just say, let's go, Ben, at the end. Love the sportsmanship and camaraderie here. Ben gets that dismount. At least get the rollers. Come on. You can see that they don't rotate all the way around. They lock at a certain point, so that does help a little bit.
Up next, we have Brayden in the red lane and Bryce in the blue lane. Following this matchup will be Nathan and Nicholas.
Yeah, you can see at that very end, Sam's hips were a little bit crooked, but he was able to correct it. I think no matter what, the number one goal is just to go for every link that you can, because in a format like this, every backswing is going to cost you.
Absolutely. Now we've got Braden Fredrickson in the red lane and a Ninja Mania athlete, Bryce Hopkins, in the blue lane. I remember Bryce from our test event last year. He did very well, and he's in his home territory right now.
Home gym advantage definitely going to come into play here. But we got Braden taking a little bit of a lead to start off. So
Nice pops there as well by Braden. Is he going to link it? Yes, he will.
It's the full
wow,
link.
he's really putting some distance between him and Bryce.
wasting no
Wow,
time
so
with those
clean.
turbo rollers into the rope slider.
Ooh, a little slip as well from Bryce on the cliffs. And that is going to do it. Braden
Time of
Fredrickson just put up
42.
what I believe that might be the fastest time of the division.
Yeah, Kane, that's going to put him in first place for now, but we'll see how it plays out in his next race.
We have
Super
DJ
impressive
in the
run.
red lane and Jack.
I love seeing the links. I like the pop on glide and grab on those smaller shelves. We haven't seen that utilized yet. But now we're remaining in the winner's bracket. JJ Black in the red lane, going to be racing Jack Magnuson out of Axios Warrior Academy.
Big race coming up.
Jack maybe a little bit of a wingspan here, but JJ quicker pulls to get out of there at first. Nice
And
underbar
Jack
on that
takes a
second
fall on
disc, and
obstacle
he's
two.
out of there. Well, that's going to give JJ all the space he needs. Ooh, a little stumble
JJ
from
takes
JJ.
a
He
fall
might
on
have
the
went for the skip
cliffhanger,
in.
too.
I think he went for the leap and maybe peeled off. He gets the link that time.
Ooh, I think he wanted to skip that second ring, but didn't want to risk that.
Yeah, a lot of athletes have been looking for that. Great pull-through link and a quick dismount.
Finishing in
41.8,
time of-
new fastest time for JJ.
It's crazy that he was able to take a fall, but still pull together a time like that. It was insane.
And Nicholas in the blue lane. Cooper and Sam are
All
on
right.
deck.
This is going to be a good one here, Jackson. Nathan Hone in the red lane, Nicholas Menzorio in the blue lane. This one could go either way. I think it's just going to come down to who's going to do the bigger sends and pull them off. a little less airtime is going to make the difference here.
Yeah, they were both able to finish with really good times, so definitely curious to see how it's going to end up going. Ooh, you can
All right,
see
Nick
Nicholas
early
using
out.
no backswing, just popping right through.
Well, Nathan's not making it easy for him. It's going to come down to these cliffs. Nick linking his way through. Nathan right behind him. Oh, I think this is going to be down to the wire, but if Nick keeps his edge here, he's going to have it coming down to the rollers.
Wow.
Nathan slips a little. Oh, a
Both
bit of
taking
an
that
awkward
backswing.
catch on the trapeze. Nathan!
Oh!
You can see there, Nick caught that PVC with a mixed grip. Nathan did a front grip to try and underbar out, and it didn't pay off. Nicholas Menzorio,
with the fastest time.
37.9. Yeah, first sub 40 time of the day.
It's crazy to think that if both of them had cleared, they would have both had the 2 fastest times of the day. Really goes to show how no matter what, it's about you versus the other athlete on this course.
Bryce and Quinn are on deck.
Great run. Now we're remaining in the winner's bracket with our second to last matchup before we enter the comeback bracket. Sam in the blue lane, Cooper in the red. Wow, Cooper with some pretty quick gibbons, and he's out of there first. That second obstacle can be so important for time, and Cooper's really taking advantage of being the first one out of there. Ooh, Sam has to go back.
Yeah, I'm taking a fall.
Ooh, but Cooper's not linking the
gotta
edge of
close his
glory
gap.
right now. Ooh, a nice try, a big dive by Sam there. Oh, and Sam goes down. Cooper's going to get the win here, but he didn't get the buzzer last time. This will be good for his confidence. Great job from Cooper, 40.1.
Yeah, you could see Sam taking a little bit of slip up at the beginning, but had to close that lead at the very end. He tried the cliffhanger links and just couldn't get it done.
All right, our last matchup in the winner's bracket for some time now. It's going to be Bryce Hopkins out of Ninja Mania versus Quinn Mitchell out of Next Level Ninja. Both of these athletes pretty similar in size. I think Quinn might be a little bit taller. All right, I believe we're in the comeback bracket.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because Quinn and Nicholas both raced each other.
Yes. Right.
You
All
see
right.
Bryce taking a little bit of a backswing on that first ledge, but moving through.
Good pull-throughs on those shelves, but he's taking the backswing here. This does give Quinn a little bit of space to catch up. All right, Bryce now on that second ring, taking the extra backswing, and Quinn fails the dismount of Edge of Glory. He's got to go back. And it looks like Bryce is going to run away with this one.
Yeah, very time-consuming to fall on the end of an obstacle. Meaning you have to go all the way back and restart your progress. Really, just not the biggest way to save time is a dismount for sure.
Couldn't agree more.
You know
I would hate
Quinn
to
wants
fall
to
on
finish
something
the
like
course.
Step and Soar. Oh, just shorted the dismount. He's got to retry. I think he's just going to keep going for the spirit of the sport. Now, Jackson, I'm going to play a little prediction game with you. Our fastest time right now, 37.9 by Nick Menzorio. What do you think the fastest time in this division is going to be by the end of the day?
Yeah, great question. I know there's room for improvement because every single move can save you the difference between 1 second and 5 seconds. So I'm going to end up saying 33.71. And if I'm right, then
it's very exact.
There's some sort of magic in the air.
I don't know, man. You seem to know a lot about obstacles.
Yeah, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So
I'm actually going to go 32.5. So
okay.
We'll see, but Jack in the red lane, Ben in the blue. Ben a little quicker down, but Jack's keeping it close.
Yeah, Ben. Nice
Ooh,
hit.
nice
Ooh,
pops
great
there.
link out of
Landing
both
it
of
pretty
them.
much at the same time. Oh, there's Jack using that reach to his advantage. He's out of there first. Pulls ahead, and nice link there. We saw him do it before. He's doing it again, but
Oh,
falls
failed
back.
to discount.
Gives Ben a chance here. Ben's out of the edge of glory. Jack really going for it. Ooh, have to check for the foot taps, but he is all good. Props to the sideline refs and everyone else in Ninja Mania for doing so well with that.
Nice linking it. Oh.
Oh, Ben
Oh,
didn't
but-
mix grip it.
Shot, Ben.
It's anyone's game now, Jackson.
Absolutely.
Jack
Ben not wanting to
currently
take
on
any
the
risks
turbo
here.
rollers.
Yeah.
Nice catch. Finally gets it. And he's got the clear and the win.
Great run, Ben.
Well done.
Sometimes
112.
it's about just getting that clear, not necessarily about getting the fastest time you possibly can.
And Hayden in the blue lane.
Definitely paid off for Ben there. We'll be seeing him continue in the comeback bracket in a bit. Just that forward grab. It's such a habit. You know, you want to grab that bar the way you normally would, but it will spin out on you.
Definitely.
All right, Sam Pothier and Hayden Hadlock will be our next matchup. Sam's bio says he loves cliffhangers. He does ninja for fun. Doesn't take it too serious. Obviously, he's doing his best he can, but love to see the carefree mindset.
Neck and neck, but you can see Sam a little bit of a gain on Hayden right now, but anything can change on the cliffhangers right here.
Wow, great links from Sam, but Hayden also linked it, closed the gap a bit. Oh, and Sam's pulling ahead. Hayden skipping the last roller. Oh, Hayden with the pop through link, and he gets the win at the last second. What a comeback. 40.5 to 41.1, less than a second separating those two.
Absolutely crazy comeback on that one, Kane. I could see that Hayden really tried to pop through as much as he could on that last obstacle.
Big time plays for big time players here. Kicking it back at the starting line now. We've got Bryce Hopkins and Ben Berliner Colvin. Ben recently ran as well. Didn't have as much time to rest as Bryce, so we'll see if that fatigue starts to kick in. But right now, I feel like it's only been 2 to 3 runs for these athletes. They'll probably still be feeling pretty good.
Definitely a big factor coming into these later rounds is rest time, because you could go from running courses back to back, and it's almost like you're double the amount of tired you are on your second run. So we'll definitely see how that plays out later on.
Well, so far, Bryce has got the advantage, about a full obstacle lead over Ben. Oh, looks like he wanted the link, but got his hips a little too close.
Yeah, not wanting to take any risks on those cliffhangers. You definitely don't want to fall later on.
Well, Bryce now taking some time to build that swing up, and he's going to need the extra swing. Ben unfortunately falls, and you can see that fatigue. He's walking, and I think he's trying to catch his breath a bit, Jackson.
Yeah, I wonder if that previous run might have took a little bit out of him, because you can see just not willing to have any gas in the tank at the end of that.
All right, well, Bryce is going to finish it up here with a time that's probably going to be around 1:10, 1:15. Oh, but he's up short. Is he tired as well?
It's going to be about endurance
And
at
it
this
looks
comp, Kane. Despite the runs being kind of short, it's about how long you can go and how many runs you can do before you lose all the gas in the tank.
Well said, well said. Now, in the comeback bracket, we've got Nathan Hone in the red lane and Hayden Hadlock in the blue. We saw Hayden have an insane run recently. Not a lot of rest time, but we know he's willing to dig deep for these races. We'll see if Nathan can hold him off.
Definitely a good race here.
All right, Nathan popping out early. Oh, but he falls back.
Oh.
And he's got to go back, giving Hayden a lot of space here. Dismounts, so important. You got to make sure they're complete movements. Nathan's going to keep pushing. While Hayden is on to obstacle 6, that rolling log, he's out of there.
I'm curious to see if Nathan will maybe take a safer approach to some of these obstacles so that he can
not at
maintain
all.
the lead.
Knowing Nathan, he's going to go for broke now, especially that he needs to. A little stumble from both athletes. He's got to go for, whoa, the skip from Nathan. He completely launched past that trapeze, something we haven't seen all weekend. Nathan, 44.9 to the buzzer.
What a link out of Nathan.
Wow. That early
Gonna have to replay
like
that last one for sure.
Look at that. Past the trapeze, puts him on the same level as Hayden there. And he was able to link out.
That is
What a
impressive to say the least.
Well, that was it for the comeback bracket for now.
We got Braden up against JJ right now, with JJ in the red lane, Braden in the blue lane. Going to be a really good race.
Yeah, both of these athletes put up really fast times. I believe JJ currently has our record, but Braden, if being pushed by someone like JJ, could also perform very well.
I actually think they're timed for 1 second apart with 41 and 42.
Ooh, a whiff!
Braden takes a fall.
Well, JJ's gonna take advantage of this separation now. Braden not far behind, linking his way through Edge of Glory, but JJ seems to have it in
so
the bag.
Explosive. Oh,
Well
and JJ
done.
with our new fastest time of 34.51. 1 second off my prediction, so I'm probably going to be wrong at the end of the day, but that's okay.
Braden went for that same skip we saw Nathan utilize, so we know he can go fast. It's just going to come down to the coordination and precision when you're moving that fast, because that's what made the difference here. All right. Huge race there. And now
Definitely.
we are back in the winner's bracket with Cooper Hall in the blue lane, Nick Manzorio in the red. You're going to see at the starting line, Nick's going to be a little bit taller than Cooper here. We'll see if Cooper can compensate.
Yeah, Nicholas Manzorio with the second fastest time so far, so going to see how fast he's going to push it, but we know Cooper's going to be on his heels.
Well, landing at pretty much the same time here. Cooper's actually, looked like he was maybe a little ahead. Nick pulling away on the links there, though.
2 backswings.
And now Cooper's got a bit of catch-up to do as Nick is coming into those turbo rollers. He goes for the skip. Cooper making it close. Who got that one? I think Cooper got it. Wow! 39.95 to 36.07. 12 milliseconds, one of the closest finishes we've seen.
What a crazy run, Kane. I'm in shock right now. That last skip at the very end out of Cooper secured him that win. Going to be really curious to see if Nicholas is going to pick that up in later runs.
That was a powerful move there. We're going to take it back now to the comeback bracket, which I believe we're down to our final 6 overall. 4 in the comeback bracket and JJ and Cooper in the winner's bracket. Nathan is going to be in the blue lane. Braden is going to be in the red. The winner of this will move on to the final 4.
Super exciting. We know they all want to get that final 4 spot, especially the final 2 spot, knowing that you just got 1 or 2 more races left just to secure yourself in that first place spot.
Well, we've seen some insane times from all of these athletes. I'm very curious as to who's going to pull through here because Nathan's shown that he's never going to give up on a race, even if he's 2 obstacles away. But Braden has such a fast start. Will this be too much for Nathan? We'll see.
Yeah, I know they're going to keep pushing each other. Now that they have all this experience on the course, all these times are going to start to just shrink down and down till we get that fastest time.
Here we go. Both pretty quick off to the races. Braden with a quick given, though. Puts himself a little bit ahead. He stops to look at Nathan as well. Nathan's going to keep it close. Now, this is where Braden fell, but he's... a one-handed save there. He's linking his way through the edge of glory, but so is Nathan. Braden's got to go. He's got to give one backswing. He's out of there. He's going to come down to those moves. He goes for the skip, which he does. Nathan as well, but Nathan comes up a little too close on that bar, and that is going to do it. Braden Fredrickson moves on. Great run from both of our athletes there. Really pushing the pace.
Yeah, all of these
there.
athletes clearing in super similar times. We had Braden in 35, Nicholas 36, Cooper 35. It's going to be really curious to see how people are going to end up doing towards these final races.
Well, with that, Braden is locked in for the semifinals. We're going to see who his opponent's going to be. It's either going to be Bryce Hopkins in the blue lane or Nick Manzorio in the red lane. Nick really explosive off the starting block. Nice skip there. Only grabs the board once. Little underbar action
flowy
before
through this
swinging
kick.
out. Good pops there from Nick as well. Oh, and Bryce goes down on the third obstacle twice. You can see Nick kind of grab it by the fingertips. His foot tapped, so he's going to go back. Now, he has won this race. He could opt to take a rest, but he's going to finish it out.
Yeah, he looks pretty tired. I'm curious to see why he's continuing the course. I think he's realizing now that he might not need it, or he's going to go for some cool skips.
Well, he's going to take a little bit of rest time here. I think he's going to try for that move past the trapeze. Came up a little short. But, I mean, now is the time to do it. You know, you're getting closer to the finals. You have no pressure on this specific race. Time to test the waters. Nick goes for it again. Comes up short. He's going to take some rest, but I believe he is going to be up next against Braden.
We will have Braden in the red lane and Nicholas in the blue lane for the next race.
Wow, maybe that wasn't the smartest idea to go right away or continue the course because maybe he didn't know that he was running next.
That's right, and this race, super important. The winner of this race will be locked into the podium. So we're going to give Nick a minute to rest. Our athletes typically get a minute, perhaps a little more if he can stall out a little bit. But take a look there. This is the second to last matchup of the comeback bracket. The winner of this race will face the loser of the matchup between JJ and Cooper, and they'll battle it out for a spot in the finals. And then between JJ and Cooper in the winner's bracket right now, the winner of that matchup will guarantee their spot in the finals and be locked in for either first or second place. We shall see. You can see Braden as well. Braden had a little bit more time, but his shoulders are slumped right now. He's a little gassed too. Here we go. Braden in the red, Nicholas in the blue.
Yeah, Kane, competitions like this are an absolute workout. Like, you are just gunning 24/7, just trying to get as fast as you can. We talked about endurance earlier in this.
Pushing the pace. Oh, Nick, just one move, 2 moves behind. He's got to link his way through to keep up. Oh, and he comes down. Ooh, Braden almost foot taps there, but he's good. Oh, he wanted to pop off that trapeze. And Nick Menzorio down with a little foot tap on the buzzer. Braden Fredrickson is locked in for podium. Nick Menzorio, a well-respected fourth place.
JJ and Cooper. JJ in the red lane, Cooper in the blue lane. The winner of this will move on to our championship matchup.
And you heard it now, right there. The winner of this race will go on to the finals. And the loser of this race will face Braden in the comeback bracket. JJ still has our fastest time, but Cooper only 1 second behind. That 1 second can be scraped off by facing an opponent like JJ, who's going to push you.
But Cooper taking an early lead, but JJ closing the gap. I am on the edge of my seat
Cooper
right
just
now, Kane. What's going to happen?
They're going to link it through, but Cooper slips on the edge of glory. Oh, man. Knew he had to link it. Got his hands a little matched up together. And JJ's going to run with it a little bit, but a little slip there.
Taking
Cooper
the extra
not
swing.
Completely out of it yet. He's going to go for that skip, but no. And JJ going on to the championship race. Cooper is finishing out 34-5 again for JJ. We're going to see
Even
Cooper
with the
in just a
backswing,
bit
JJ
as well.
was able to maintain a 34-second time. Absolutely crazy race.
What was the exact prediction you made? 33-71?
I think, yeah, we'll say 33-71. That's close enough.
I think it's pretty accurate. I think we'll see it, but we're gonna give Cooper a little bit of time to rest. He's gonna be racing against Braden. The winner will face JJ in the championship. The loser will take third place. Now, one thing I know about Cooper and the Level Up team in general, they've been grinding these races. In terms of cardio, you know, Cooper's probably a little tired, but this is what he's been training for. This is what his body is pretty much built for. I have a feeling he's not really going to slow down, especially against an opponent like Braden. He's not going to want to give him that space.
Yeah, you got to go absolutely 100% at every obstacle you can. Even if you're tired, it's about how bad you want it on these obstacles, which I know we're going to see on this next race.
Haven't gotten a look at Braden's shirt. He's in the Southeast region coming out of Florida, and I believe he's got his gym repped on his shirt, but not in his bio. Love to shout them out.
Yep.
Very interesting matchup here. You can see the size difference. Braden, 17 years old. Cooper, 15. Here we go for second, third, or maybe even first in the future. They're taking off. Pretty even right now. Braden took one less bump, though.
Wow, sliding at the
they're making it
exact
real
same
close.
time.
Oh, no,
but
Cooper
both
down on
taking
the slide.
different falls.
Whoa. But Cooper might have fallen on the rings and the shelves, so he's a little further back. Braden taking that time to rest a bit, but Cooper is not gonna let up. Ooh,
Wow.
fall from both athletes here. Braden still pushing through, still in the lead. Gotta link it out. And he slips down, which means now all that Cooper has to do, but Cooper's down too. I was gonna say Cooper, all he has to do is finish, but a slip on the cliff.
What a
the fatigue
crazy
kicking
race.
in. Was not expecting that.
I'm telling you,
Which
Kane,
means that Braden-
the word of the day is endurance, Kane, because all of these athletes starting off with amazing times, but it's all about how long you can keep those times up. Even though it's a short course, it's about how many times you're running the course.
Well, this will be an interesting one. Braden officially moving on to the finals. Cooper taking a well-deserved third place. Congratulations to him. But we're giving Braden some time to rest, and he's back at it against JJ Black, who not only has the fastest time, but he's done fewer runs and might be a little less tired than Braden.
Wow, Kane, could you imagine having a run like that, getting all the way to the last obstacle, getting so tired, finishing your race, and they say, all right, you're going up against JJ Black on the course in 30 seconds. Wow.
That
They
is
must
probably
be
one of
so
the worst
tired.
sentences I would be told in any
Yeah.
competition. You can see JJ around the starting line right now, just waiting out the rest time for Braden. Goes to show winning those early races can be so crucial. Those early races, you know, you can kind of pick and choose your strategy. Do you want to feel out the course, or do you want to go for broke and make sure that you have a little more rest time for this later half of the bracket? It's paid off for JJ right now. And if JJ wins this race, he will be crowned champion. If Braden wins, however, we will go to a final tiebreaker race.
Wow.
And I kind of want to see the tiebreaker, honestly. I really like when athletes are put into those situations.
Yeah, going to be super exciting to watch if there is a tiebreaker, knowing that it's the final race, anything can happen. They had raced one race before, so we'll see what happens.
I believe these two athletes put up the fastest times of their division. Braden a little earlier had a 35.1, just 0.6 seconds behind JJ's fastest time. So that's something that can be scraped off.
I just want to be right about this prediction, man. I'm just excited.
If you get it on the dot, that'd be crazy. But something
That'd
that
be like
we
winning the
always get
lottery.
right here at the World Ninja League, right? Something we always get right here at the World Ninja League are our amazing sponsors like DGS Ninja, creating the world's best obstacles, partnering with some incredible designers like Brett Sims, Matt Bradley, Sam Folsom, and Kevin Carbone. They've recently gotten into sponsoring athletes as well. It began with Addie Herman back in 2023, and now there is an entire DGS Ninja team consisting of top athletes like Abby Clark, Charlie Ball, Joe Capo, and many, many more. Thank you to DGS Ninja. You can check out all of their products at dgsninja.com. And then, of course, our other sponsor, the one and only NinjaWorks, the ultimate ninja timing system. They run the timers, the leaderboards. The fact that we have two separate lanes going on at once is all thanks to NinjaWorks. You can check out their stuff on ninjaworks.com. Make a profile so you can compete in a World Ninja League competition. And if you missed a race, you don't want to rewind, it's too much hassle for you, go to worldninjaleague.org because NinjaWorks is updating all of those results live in real time. All right, Jackson, it looks like we've got both of our final two at the starting line. JJ trying to stay warm. Braden having a little bit of a seat and chalking up.
Yeah, we got JJ in the red lane, Braden in the blue lane. I'm sure Braden wants as much rest and recovery as he can get, taking that seat just to kind of get his legs cooled down, his arms cooled down, maybe even his brain cooled down after running the course so many times.
All right, here we go. Once again, JJ winning this ends the tournament for this division. Braden winning this gives us one final push, a tiebreaker race. Now, this is our potential last chance to get that 33-7-1 that you wanted, Jackson. How likely do you think it is with these athletes really pushing it to their absolute limit?
Well, now that they both know that it's either first place or second place, I think they know that they got to go for at least a fastest time, whether that's getting right below the current fastest time or pushing that 33-32 range. I think we can see it. I have faith in Braden and Jeffrey. But it's about if they have faith in themselves to get it done.
And once again, folks, this is not all of the action we have for this weekend. We've got 3 more divisions coming up. Jackson will be joined by pro ninja athlete and course designer Will Schlageter for the teen female, teen male, and elite male divisions. Those will be at 11 a.m., 12:55 p.m., and 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, respectively. Will did an amazing job yesterday with the preteen division, and I think this combo of you and Will together, Jackson, is going to be something magic.
Yeah, man, it's my new career path on commentary. Very excited to be doing it
Nice.
alongside a good friend of mine. Yeah, it's going to be a super stacked field with the teen female, teen male, and elite male to finish us off. Might need to make a surprise cameo in the elite males and have to just end up competing, but I guess we'll see what happens.
You know, something else I want to note, teen male has more athletes than young adult male, and we're seeing the young adults get pretty pumped out. So I think we're going to see who's going to have to push through. Like you said, endurance.
Yeah, for sure. Having that many athletes, it might give you more rest time, but it also means you're facing up against so many different people and racing so many times. So I guess we'll see what happens.
All right, you can see both of our athletes on their feet. All right, we're gonna just sit tight, give Braden a little more rest time. We'll be right back after a message from some more sponsors.
All right, and with that, we are now ready for our championship matchup. Let's hear it for
Never
JJ
mind.
and Braden Lane.
All right,
getting started.
This is it. Braden, you can see, I think there was a, he seems to be kind of favoring one side of his body here. Maybe there was a little injury. Hopefully he's able to push through. Here we go, Jackson, for all the marbles.
Pushing as fast as they
All right,
can.
Braden.
Braden with a little bit of a lead.
This is similar to what happened when they first raced, and JJ pulls ahead. Ooh, a little extra pop from Braden. JJ's gonna link his way through Edge of Glory. Oh,
What
Braden's
a
keeping it
crazy
close
race
though.
right now.
JJ pulling away, and this might be it here, Jackson. Your champion,
Wow.
JJ Black.
Going undefeated.
Time.
Oh!
32:06. I called 32:05. Looks like we got it. Awesome
You
job
beat
there.
me, Cade.
Take it. I'll take it. It's the only thing I'll ever get you at, Jackson.
Yeah, of course.
Well, great job from Braden with a strong second place finish as well. Really pushing through all of the fatigue there. Super awesome podium here. JJ, Braden, and Cooper. We saw a lot of determination from a lot of our athletes today, Jackson.
Yeah, they all push their absolute limit. No matter the result, it's about just showing up to this competition and pushing your absolute best run that you can get. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of these athletes later on at the World Championship and for many years to come.
Well, we are going to take it over to the podium now for our three athletes to get their awards. Let's go, Cooper! That's my teammate, man. Couldn't be prouder to be a part of the Level Up team with Cooper on the podium. Braden showed so much heart. Very solid second place finish. You can see a little hobble there, but he's going to work his way up to get his well-deserved trophy.
And finishing in first place, our head-to-head young adult male champion, undefeated. Give it up for JJ!
JJ Black taking his spot at the top, our head-to-head champion for the young adult male division. Congratulations to all
beast.
3 of our athletes.
Again, awesome job to all competitors. Thank you so much for everyone who joined us. We will begin our team female course walkthrough very shortly, so please stand by.
All right, folks, that is going to do it for this division. Be sure to check back into the live stream chat tab on the WNL YouTube page because the team female division will be kicking off on a separate stream. Jackson and Will be taking you through. Then the team male division at 12:55 and at 2:30 p.m. the elite male division to round out the weekend. Jackson, thoughts on your first wave of the day?
Yeah, definitely a good time. I'm gonna have to try and fill the shoes of like the best commentator ever in Kane,
Oh.
but we will
What do you
try
mean
our
Ryan
best.
Stratus isn't here, man?
I don't know, man. It's pretty neck and neck. But yeah,
I'll
just
take
super
it.
good
Thank
time.
you.
Looking forward to these other waves for sure.
All right, man. Well, it was great being on the mic with you. Have fun with the rest of the day, and be sure to tune back in, viewers, because we've got some more electric races throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah, gonna be super exciting. See you guys.